Okie, okie.
Okay.
We are back to the warehouse for Blitzball Battle 5. Tyler Poof is our humble king. Let's talk Blitzball. Welcome to the Blitzball Boys, the podcast about Blitzball and boys, but lately about Blitzball. I'm your co-host, Brendan Ruppel, along with my fellow host, Peter Del Rey. Del Caribe.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey.
It's Peter Del Caribe here.
Hey, Pete.
We got a back-to-back of opposite games.
That's true.
First game,
They
final score
mash.
5-5, swing off. This one run scored, and it was scored early, too.
Yeah. And it wasn't like the hitting was, I guess it was bad, but the pitching was just really good in this game.
Half the hitting was bad.
Yeah, but
All the hitting was bad.
all the hitting was bad.
There was 3 hits in the whole game.
Yeah, even the hits weren't that great. I think the only hard hit ball was from Trev.
Yeah, Tyler Trevor Poof, and Lucenzo Cabinetti.
But it's good. You were saying off air how so far Baggage and Caribe, the two teams that were supposed to be auto wins, have looked competitive. Like a 1-0 game against this team, Forgotten Rotten, that on paper looks like a championship caliber team. They only lost by 1 run.
Yeah, you were really scared that I wasn't going to bring that up again, huh?
No.
Don't worry, Brendan. I was gonna.
That's not why I brought it up.
To bring it up here.
I just didn't want to get right into the burns. I was like, let me say something here before we dive right into the show.
But I was going to also say, like, just because there weren't that many hits, this was still a pretty exciting game, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, like, they aren't, as you said, as I said, then you said.
And then you said again.
And then I said it again. Baggage and Del Caribe, pretty much the only 2 teams that we were not bullish on going into this tournament. And don't get me wrong, I said this off air as well, but don't get me wrong, I don't think that they're championship caliber teams, but I think the building blocks are there to make it so they are not auto wins, and they're still going to play close games to get to the end. Now, as Trevor said, it usually takes him until day 2 to get hitting in the warehouse. But he seemed to be almost there. His pitching has been phenomenal today.
It's crazy how he doesn't have to do anything. He can just pick up a ball and be like, I can snap curveballs and sliders all day, and they just look incredible. He can actually, he's the only person in the warehouse that I think that can locate his over-the-top fastball. Like wherever he wants it goes.
The only person?
He's got such control of that fastball.
Even with like Colin and Jimmy Norp and...
Well, they don't throw over-the-top fastballs like he does. Like Colin especially doesn't throw over-the-top fastballs.
You heard that, guys? You heard that, guy? Prove Brendan wrong.
Prove me wrong.
For the rest of the tournament. You heard it here. Now go out and play the rest of the games in the tournament.
No one really does throw four-seamers in this league, the risers. Occasionally, Jack or Jimmy Norp will throw one. But it's like a regular part of Trev's repertoire. Go to the YouTube to watch Peter's thinking face. It looked like it was also a pants poo face as well.
A pants poo face?
yeah. You know, the classic phrase, pants poo.
You know what? You got me on that one. That was pretty good.
Okay. Should we get
we'll talk more about this game later. To go talk about Tyler Poof,
Lucenzo
Cabinetti, and then Lou and Joe's. Talk about him in a burn.
I'll do it now. It's Rotten Del Caribe as Lou makes quick work of the boys in yellow early on. Joe's tries to sneak in and out in the first, but Trev likes his tea strong and takes a 2-bagger. Looks like there's still some jam left on the shelf as Daniel muscles one to the Devastator for the first and only run of the game. Spoilers. Trevor looks silly on the mound. Nothing else really to say about that. Unlike Cameron Maben, I believe in Joe's McFly. 2 outs from the big guy keeps this team in striking distance. Shelfie gets the ball back to Trev to finish off the game, and he says, "Who, Dad?" The big strikeout of Lou ends the game 1-0. I swear I thought the screen was frozen. It's like, oh shit, he didn't hear any of that.
Heard it all. Cameron Maben fucking taking swings at Joe is pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
Pretty funny. I saw that, I think, this morning. And who was it? I think it was Warehouse Rob tweeted back at him. Cameron does not believe in Joe's McFly.
Yep.
Something like that, or he does not believe in Cameron Maben.
Warehouse Rob,
Like
direct inspiration for that part of the burn.
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, Rob. One of our biggest fans.
Rob. One of our biggest fans. Thank you, Rob. Soundboard guy.
I hate that you have the power. I hope you use the duck at a good time today.
Okay. All right. Well, it's going to be a mystery.
Okay. That's your one and only duck for the day.
Fuck!
Duck of the day.
All right. We're going crazy with the spams. Yeah, really early on, first inning, Ryan Cohen gets his first contribution in the tournament in the second game.
Exciting.
Pretty huge. Yeah, I can do the golf clap now, but you got to earn it, Ryan.
You got to earn it.
You got to earn it, Ryan.
Do you think we're going to get a good, like, very exciting web gem from Ryan out there at some point? Quick, hard, and fast, no.
No, I don't
Absolutely
think we will.
none.
I don't think we will.
Okay.
It's got to fall to him, you know?
Yeah, I know.
And it's not like they're given. It's not like it's a given that this will happen.
I know. I was just surprised at how quick. It was like you were ready for me to ask that question. It was. Nope,
yeah.
Nope.
I mean, Jake got one already.
Trev sort of got one today too.
Sort of, but I don't know. Would you put it on the same level as Jake's?
No. Jake's was in a bigger moment too.
So I guess it all comes down to what are you classifying a web gem as?
Like it's sort of like, I guess Trev's would qualify. If that was Ryan today, I'd be like, oh, pretty cool web gem.
Oh, okay. Then yes, I think he will.
Like falling on the
I thought you're talking
ground.
about like, you know how every tournament there's like maybe 3 plays that are just like holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of those, I don't think he's gonna get a top 3.
Okay.
He has the best chance out of anybody.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's
gonna.
Until the second round of the playoffs.
That's your prediction. Second round of the playoffs. Big play by Ryan Cohen.
No, he's not in that. He's not in the second round of the playoffs. Because that's when they start. Teams got eliminated, so they get the pool of the eliminated players.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So he makes his first contribution to Blitzball Battle 5. Then
More
Lou
history.
starts pitching.
2 games full of history. 1,000th pitch last game.
Yep.
First independent fielder play.
Yep. And then at least a couple pitches this game.
Couple pitches this game were historic.
Couple pitches this game. Were you surprised that they brought Lou in? I mean, they brought Joe's in so early.
No, that seems to be the move people make, right? Is if there's no traffic on the base paths, they bring in their secondary dude to see if they can steal one.
Right.
It doesn't ever really work.
It was more so like, were you surprised that it was against Trevor?
They probably could have planned that a little bit better.
Right.
But I guess because you're not worried like, oh man, we accidentally got Trevor out for the third out, you know.
Oh, fiddlestick.
So I think maybe the better move is to throw him in there for Shelfie after 1 out.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
it should be more
what
the
I was
matchup game and not so much the out count.
You know, I think I wrote in my notes that it was a trial by fire for Joe's, and I don't think he didn't do awful.
No.
He didn't do awful. I mean, on the whole, Joe's 20 pitches, 2 outs recorded, 2 strikeouts, pretty good. How much of it was, you know, Shelfie not being used to an atmosphere of noise like that and striking out twice against Joe's? I don't know. Regardless, Joe's gets 2 strikeouts, which is huge. No strikeouts famously in Blitzball Battle 4.
Yeah.
So, or no outs.
No outs. He got 2 outs in 1 game.
So good for him.
Yeah.
Like we said, like Del Caribe looks better than they have in the past.
Yeah.
So good for Joe's, good for Lou. Their pitching looks incredible. They didn't hit at all.
Yeah. I'm glad that Lou does look still like really, really good on the mound. That's helpful because he wasn't always this good. I think he's really found a perfect release point with that sidearm. I guess the real blitzballers call that like the screwball sort of thing. So it works. He kind of throws it. I was describing it to Chris, friend of the pod, yesterday. And he looks so much like a shortstop when he pitches. He just looks like he's always turning a double play, and that's how he gets strikes.
Well, yeah, you texted that.
Yeah.
You texted that to me on Friday, I want to say. But yeah, Lou is really like somehow continues to get better.
And he can throw an over the top fastball too, and he like mixes his 4-seamer in once in a while, and it's always like it dots the top of the strike. So I'm like, you could probably throw that a little more if you wanted to. He looks like he hasn't quite figured out his slider. It's like tops out of the 50s, and it looks like it's always like a backup slider and doesn't ever really have hard break. But it's still like a change of pace from the same arm angle as the screwball. So I think if he can get that to bite a little more, he's going to get even better. But he's kind of got the Matt Blake school of pitching right now going for him, where he's got that throw that one good pitch, and it's working. That's snake. So he's good. He hasn't been hitting yet. You're right. You wonder if he's in between right now. I don't know how close that other tournament, the John Boy Challenger Series, was to get to the 20th ranked player in Blitzball. I don't know if that was how recently that was to this tournament. If he's in between speeds right now or what's going on. It feels like he's swinging really hard at these slower pitches and is like fully taking his head out of it. He's like cursing himself out as he's swinging, knowing he's not hitting it. Like especially the second inning when Trev was just striking him out on like not that fast of fastballs. Like, it was like middle stuff that he was swinging through.
Yeah. I'm not sure. It's interesting. It's very interesting because I think Lou will get there. I think we all know that. You know, he'll get there. This is a very uncharacteristic, 3 at-bats, no hits type of game for him. This game, obviously, we've said it already, was a pitching game, not a hitting game. But like we're already seeing an batting average, small sample size of about 400, roughly. And you have both guys on this team like actively bringing it down.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the guys on the other team are also bringing it down because 1 for 4 and 2 for 5 is also both, underneath the 417 or 412 batting average that we have in this tournament. Again, it's early. People, they got to ramp up. They got to get used to the noise. They got to get used to the pressure. Some people, Trevor pretty famously doesn't play Blitzball in the off season. So funny to say the off season, but like famously doesn't play Blitzball in the off season. So he has to get used to just how this ball moves. Peter Moylan throwing some shade at Trevor, talking about every day that he's out of the big leagues he just gets worse and worse.
That's tough.
Very funny. Tyler, we're waiting for your response. But Del Caribe getting no hit only because of a walk that Lou had when Shelby was pitching is crazy. Otherwise, they got perfect gamed.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny how when we were talking about how this team didn't hit, the Forgotten Rotten also didn't hit very well.
Yep.
Shelby did have a couple hits. Neither of them were like real knocks. Like the Devastator one was like a jam shot. The other one
was the only one that counted.
But that was the only run that got in there, yeah. He's making contact. He looks okay at the plate. I think he looks better on the mound, though. We saw him pitch in Captain's League, and he looked decent. He looks even better so far in Warehouse Cup. He can throw strikes. He can throw hard strikes. I don't think I even realized his background of Blitzball. He's played in the World Series a couple times, apparently. I had no idea. But he can top out like 69 with a fastball and hit it. It's impressive.
Tops out of what?
Peter.
Shout out BBD. Let's see for Blitzball. Where is he? What team was he on? Shelfine. He was let up 4 runs in 135 pitches, 6 outs recorded. 6 strikeouts, pretty good.
Yeah.
11 walks. That was the killer for him, and he only got 1.
Yeah, maybe seeing him be capable on Trevor's team, like it almost seems unfair that he got this good of a player next to him. Because
Tyler.
I was explaining to Chris Moore because he's actually our buddy Chris is actually watching this tournament all the way through. It seems like.
Talking a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's asking about the backgrounds of the players and stuff. I was like, honestly, the fact that he's able to be competent at all is a huge plus because usually teams have an ace, like Del Caribe is a perfect example. They have a Lou and then they have Joe's who's like just trying to scrape by. So that having a guy that you don't need 2 aces by any means, but you need somebody that can throw it. Just give it just down the middle,
Think about what we talked about. We got ice, right? Zoe doesn't need to be phenomenal.
No.
He just needs to be serviceable. And it's the kind of the same here, but also they kind of fucking need to hit the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I give some credit to Trev too. Trev looks really, really good. He looks very much in control.
He looked to be maybe the best pitcher of the tournament so far with 16 pitches, 4 strikeouts.
Right.
That's silly.
A crazy control, and also was throwing a bunch of different pitches too. It wasn't just he didn't just have one that he was dotting.
Right.
Everything. Every single bender he threw was where he wanted it to go. He was dotting his fastball.
He was so good that effectively, because Shelfie got the first 2 outs of the second inning, that was it.
You knew the game's over.
It doesn't matter that Lou was up. Trev comes back into pitch. Was it 3 pitches? Strikeout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trev was ridiculous. He was insane. Trevor was so dominant. You could see it in not Blitzball Battle 5 Jack so far, but normal Jack, Blitzball Battle 4 Colin. That's the level Trev was pitching at. He looked untouchable.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to see how this progresses. Because, Lou is a good hitter. In the past, if this happens against Baggage, you're yeah, but, who knows with Jimmy and Jake ever.
Right.
This was Lou Dab.
Against a good hitter, yeah. And Joe's can hit.
Joe's can hit as well, but, more importantly, Lou fucking Dab.
Right, right. Supposed to be one of the better hitters in the warehouse.
Yeah. So, good for Trev. I hope he keeps it up. I hope Shelfie picks it up. How does he hit the ball so soft? But, Forgotten Rotten, I think, is 2 tweaks away from becoming a real title contender.
Yep. This promise. I mean, this topic kind of brings me into our first award, if you want to get in there.
Player of the game.
Player of the game. While we're talking Trev, it's Trev.
Talking Trev.
He only had the 1 hit, our guy Tyler. But it was also a hard knock. As far as Shelfie, he has the 2 hits, but they're both baby hits. We're looking for some more oomph behind that ball, and Trev's got it.
All 3 hits are?
Dubs.
2
baby. Baggers. I want to see him hit one out and really hard, which is hard to do because when you hit it really hard, it does often hit the ceiling. But we need some homers out of that guy against the former MLB dude. But in the meantime, he's picking up his team by just being an absolute ace. It's amazing how easy he makes it look too. Because he's such a big guy. He is a legit athlete. He's got the body of a former MLB level player. And he just, with such ease, just got to throw a nice, easy 66 mile per hour riser. Just dot a curveball on the inside. I really enjoy watching him pitch because he pitches like a baseball pitcher. Sometimes when you watch Jack Doyle pitch, that's very specific to Blitzball. Right. But Trevor is on the mound looking like a guy that used to pitch a baseball a lot, and I enjoy watching that.
Yeah, Trevor was always the player of the game. Like I said, if you're getting 4 outs on 16 pitches, you're kind of not going to be.
It's not like they're contact outs either.
Yeah, they were all strikeouts.
Yeah,
silly. But as you said in your burn, truly silly.
Truly silly. Yeah.
Truly silly. It was unbelievable.
And to your point too, it was. Against no slouch, one of the better hitters in the game. Made him look silly. And I want to give, we were talking about how Lou needs to pick it up too, and how he felt like he should have hit, especially in the second inning, he should have been hitting those fastballs. Those balls have a sneaky lot of rise to them. I know that they're fastballs and they're in the middle of the plate, but when you think you're on it, that ball has a good, half a foot of movement straight up. It's not that easy to hit just because it looks a little bit like a meatball on the camera, but
3 of Trev's 4 outs were against
Lou.
Wow. Insane. Striking out Lou 3 times is no small feat.
Diced him up.
Diced him up like an onion.
I had the craziest onion crying session the other day. When you get an onion, right, sometimes you can tell if it's a little soft, it's not going to be that intense. This one, was rock hard and was so fresh that it looked like I had just watched The Notebook or something. I was bawling. I had tears like crazy and down into my mouth. It was nuts. Just wanted to share that with
Nuts.
you. I don't know if
Cashews.
you had an onion cutting session like that before.
No,
I had to
obviously
open up all the
have.
windows.
Play of the game.
Play the game.
Good job, guys. No, the play of the game. Top of the second. Or bottom of the second. Let me paint a picture for you.
Yeah, please.
Let me paint a picture for you. Del Caribe they do a great job.
Mm-hmm.
They come out of the top of the second.
Wait, where'd the other guy go?
I don't know. There was no other guy. I put an effect on my microphone.
Oh.
Del Caribe's playing great defense. They are able to hold Rotten to 0. End of the top of the second. You're thinking to yourself, holy shit, Del Caribe might actually walk this one off. We know Joe's can hit. We know Lou can hit.
And we believe in Joe's McFly also.
And we believe in Joe's McFly also, unlike Cameron Maben.
Right.
Shelby takes the mound. He struggled a little before. I was questioning it. I was saying, maybe you should be getting Trev up there to set the tone. Joe's hits the ball hard to the right at Trev, who's able to make the play, get Joe's out, and take all of the wind out of Del Caribe's sails.
Yep.
All of it.
Even just a little bobble there, and they've got something brewing.
Right. Because now you could even just walk Lou, deal with Joe's again, which is exactly what they do. Joe's grounds out, Trev comes in, finishes the game. But that first out of the bottom of the second was so pivotal in making sure that Forgotten Rotten won this game. Pivot. It was so pivotal in making sure Forgotten Rotten won this game that it was almost effectively the last out of the game.
Yeah. And a harder play than it looks like. Those short hoppers with these balls, especially on concrete.
It was like
tough play.
It was searching for the middle of Trev's legs.
Yep.
Like going straight through.
Smothered
But that was it.
He smothered it.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Congratulations. Next game is our first heavyweight, Brendan.
Ooh.
Love Yas versus Woogas.
Oh, boy.
What to watch for? Brendy, I started
Semifinals
last
matchup.
time. You give it to us.
I am going to take the side of Woogas. And,
We're not like predicting who wins. We're just doing what to watch for us.
Well, yeah. Well, you do the other team. I'm going to pick a guy from Woogas.
I got you.
I got it. Well, I'll cut up, bud. You just eat some spinach.
Huh?
Anyway, look at the YouTube for Peter's big bicep bulge.
Popeye kind of looks like my grandfather.
Really? Did you laugh like him, too? Peter's grandpa just entered the room.
Well, he's dead.
Well,
He's been dead.
so he flies around this room a lot.
You got oh, there he goes.
Woogas, I'm going to go with Jimmy Norp, and I want to see him look disgusting on the mound.
Ew.
Disgusting. Sopping.
Gross.
I want to see him just full of
Scooping up toilet water, pouring it over his head.
Yeah. You know it's
Gross,
go there.
Jimmy.
Gross, Jimmy. I don't know. I wanted to have like a game where he takes over and just be maybe a couple home runs. 2 home runs and 3 strikeouts on the mound.
Off of who? Who's he hitting the home runs off of?
And he takes that Snapdragon deep.
Ooh, I was really hoping you were going to say Dalton, so I could parlay it straight into my what to watch for.
But I didn't, and you did it for yourself.
We got to see if Dalton Feely's got what it takes. We got to see if Dalton can step up on the mound. We've seen it in the past. We know in Captain's League, I believe he was not a bad pitcher. Yeah, 129 pitches, 10 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. Like, we know Dalton can pitch. Jimmy has told us, like, Dalton's really good when the cameras are off.
Right.
We need to see him be really good when the cameras are on.
Yeah.
We need to. And that's my what to watch for.
See him.
Dalton Feely pitching.
It's big. It's big.
Big, big, big. Get the curse counter up, Brendan, plus or minus 9.5 fucks.
Definitely minus. I think he's going to be weary of them, but still let out a few. You got to let out a couple.
Definitely minus is crazy.
9.5 is a high number.
Yeah, I know.
But he can go on a rant quick.
He can. He could hit like 4 in one sentence.
Right. It's true.
But but I think the under is right. I think I set it way too high. Tune in next week to find out.
Yeah, I could have lost that bet big time.
But Brendan, if you want to find out if he hit the over or the under, what should you be drinking?
Drink Subtlety is a drink made by me. You can find it at thesubtlety.com. Use code HobbyBoys for $2 off your order of a 12-pack. You can listen to the Hobby Boys. Our big Centaurium episode will be coming out this week. It was a disaster. We drank 100 shots of beer in an hour and 40 minutes. And I don't think it ended well. I haven't watched it back to see what happened. Like, the last half hour is very fuzzy. So go check that out on the Happy Boys YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also watch this episode on YouTube if you're not already. And if you are, please subscribe to the Blitzball Boys.
That's us.
It's us.
I will plug Brendan and Chris. Chris has been watching the Blitzball Boys. He's been talking a lot of shit.
Yeah. We've been playing
Chris
every
has been
Sunday.
Talking a lot of shit.
Which
he
I think
says
makes him talk even more shit because he feels confident.
Jimmy, if you're listening to this, or anybody else from John Boy, he has said multiple times that him and Brendan would wipe the floor with anybody in the warehouse.
He is so
at any point.
Way too overconfident.
Please invite them to the warehouse and dice them up just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Please. You don't even have to put it out there. Just invite them over like on a random Tuesday night, 9:30. Yeah. It's all going to be good.
It's all going to be good.
But beyond that, let's think. Thank you very much for listening.
Aww.
You can follow Brendan and I on Twitter. I'm Peter Posk. Brendan is Ruppy Puppy. If you're looking on the YouTube, it's underneath our faces. Thank you again. Thank you for coming along with us. We're getting a lot more viewers than usual, and we're very appreciative of it. Put a comment down there. Put some comments down there. Tweet at us. We want to engage with
Talk
you
with
guys.
us. Tell us that we suck.
Joey was there. He said we did a great job. Thanks, Joey.
Thanks, Joey. We need more of that.
We need more Joeys. We need more Joeys in this world.
That's right.
But beyond that, Brendy, ask me the question.
You got anything else you would like to talk about?
Nope. Bye.